This is Mike Finnerty of the SureWest Sports Show, and the following clip has been brought to you by the SureWest Sports Show, airing on SureWestSports.com. Well, I'm here at Saco.flv section Commissioner Pete Saco. Pete, another successful year in high school football and school all around, but we're here at the State Bowl game, seeing Folsom compete in the Division II game. And, of course, that brings back memories from a couple years ago when Grant had their success against Long Beach Poly. Talk about the success of the bowl system and how it all got started.
Well, it's interesting. It kind of got started on I call it a whim. I was meeting with my board and said I was kind of getting tired of everybody talking about no state playoffs in football or anything. And my board president looked at me. It was Charlie Berger. He's actually in the Roseville area. He said, well, then let's get something on paper and get it going, Pete. So we sat down as a committee and wrote something up. And then John Williams and I retweaked it and sent it off to the state and back and forth. And through time, here we are.
Well, I know you have bigger plans for this process because right now there's not a regional playoff. Talk a bit about what you'd like to see in the future.
Well, I think there's the definite possibility of having a regional game, which would be last week. Our section playoffs finished on December 3rd or 4th, and you had a week in between there. We've set that standard now. And the North Coast and the Southern section and San Diego need to move up. And by doing that, you're therefore going to take the two best teams in each division and have a regional game, and then those winners come down. So if you look at this year's format, I don't know who would have been with De La Salle. It might have been Palo Alto, it might have been Folsom, but you open up other options. The Escalon, who obviously played great today, the Escalon Cardinal Newman issue gets decided on the field, and maybe Del Oro ends up getting in the D2 regional game as well. So for us, it's a big win-win. Plus, I think for state CIF, it's a win-win.
For those that don't know, you commissioners all get together when you select these teams. Talk about that process, which many people aren't aware of.
Well, what we do is when we go into the room, we have all our divisions on the board, and each commissioner talks about the team in their section. But very quickly, you get it down to 2 or 3 teams. And normally it's 2 teams, because commissioners will say, I'm nominating School A, but we aren't nearly as strong as other teams on the board. So they talk about them, but they also understand there's other teams stronger. So we're able to get it down to 2 or 3 pretty fast.
And with how well you know this area and the whole state, talk a bit about sort of how Sacramento football has really hit the map. I mean, I know it's been around a long time, but with Grant's success a couple years ago, that had to have sort of showed the case that you were making for football up here.
Well, I think there's no doubt about it. You know, Northern California football kind of was a lot of De La Salle, and Bob Ladisher does a great job. I got great respect for him. But there's more football than that. And as I watched our section grow and get better, there's obviously the Grant and the Folsoms and the Rocklands, but up and down the valley we play good football. And when we came to the 2008 game, I felt very strongly Grant was the right team for the Open. And I tell people I danced on a few tables and I was able to get 6 votes is what it takes to win. And we got it, and I think that has changed things around. And by what we're doing today with Escalon's victory and how well Folsom's playing, I think we're here to stay for a long time.
How fun is it for you to be out here in Carson? And you've got some great teams that have been here the last few years. With Rockland, we can't forget about their performance last year against Servite. Is it just fun to be out here?
Well, it's great. And what's even better is all my buddies in Southern California are telling me I'm bringing the rain down. Well, if that's what it takes us to even the tables a little bit, we'll do it.
Hey, well, glad seeing you out here, and good luck the rest of the year. I know you got a lot of work ahead.
Yeah, thank you very much. Appreciate it.